Another me is what there will never be. Steve, why'd you start beatboxing? Another life like this you'll never see. Another me is what there'll never be. Another life like this you'll never see. Another life like this there's going to be. And then we'll all find out. Another day is there's another be. Another me is what there'll never be. Another me is what they'll never see. Another me. I just want to live.
I just
I just want
want
to
to
live.
I just want to live. What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Happy Thursday to you all. This is another live edition of something about Dynamite that we here call S.A.D here on the Around the Point Network. What is up, everyone? Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday here, April 13th, 2023. If you are new to the Around the Point Network, please hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media. Hit that bell notification. Be notified when we go live. What's going on, everyone? I am that Peruvian Fight TV Plus extraordinaire. I am Steve. We got the gang here. We got Big Mike, the pride of Detroit. Big Mike, what's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling. Just got off work, tired, ready to talk about Dynamite. Also, I want to give a shout out to my mom. She turned 60 today. Happy birthday, Mom.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday to Mom. She going to wrestle Sting at Double or Nothing.
Happy birthday to Mama Mike. There you go.
What's this clap for?
Round of applause, round of applause. And of course, we got the host of Chilling with Chase live from the Chase Mobile. Chase Oliver. Chase, what's up, man?
Nothing much. Hey, hopefully, if things go well at work, I can just use the works recording laptop and film from there in the future for these shows and stuff. But until then, I gotta get lit up. I gotta just be in Chase Mobile.
Hey, man, it's fine, bro. Back in the day, we had the Walter Mobile. Now we have the Chase Mobile. Who knows? Maybe soon you'll have the Steve Mobile. Who knows?
Man? Yeah, I figured I'll be on this episode of something about Dynamite. I won't be able to make a round the point tomorrow. Big playing game for my Timberwolves, and I just want to focus on that. Don't want to talk about no pro wrestling during that moment of time and stuff. But I figured jump on, talk about some exciting stuff, as Steve has announced already. Steve, what are we doing this Memorial Day weekend?
Well, I posted on Instagram. If you guys follow me on the gram at Heel Steven, I posted a story yesterday. We got him. We are heading to Las Vegas for AEW Double or Nothing 2023, live from, as Conor McGregor said, the beautiful T-Mobile Arena. I can't do it in the Conor voice, but you kind of get the idea.
The beautiful T-Mobile Arena.
Thank you. But yeah, man, but it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be a fun time. Memorial Day weekend in Las Vegas. My first time there since I want to say 2011, 2012, I think it was the last time I was out there. But it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. I'm reading the chat here as well. People, you guys are again. If you're tuning in, again, thank you for tuning in as always. We got Silver Surfer, long time no see here. Well, hey, what's up? Hey, Steve, what's up? We also got Peter writing here. MJF Fear Sting. Palu, what's up, fellas? This is nothing to feel sorry about here. Steve, sorry to ask you, but what's your thoughts on Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz? I can't believe they got that fight done.
We'll talk about it more tomorrow.
We'll talk about it more tomorrow, though. Jeff Hardy's theme, Another Me, is the best theme he had. And happy birthday to Big Mike's mom. It really was. Did you ever watch like the video package after he turned heel, explaining why he turned heel and all that shit? Right?
Never cared about me.
No. So they played the song, and there's a clip where I guess a fan throws something at him, and he catches it. Like he's on the top turnbuckle, and I guess someone throws like a cup or something, and as it's coming to him, you see him just tap it with his hand. So fucking hilarious, dude. So fucking hilarious. I do miss that theme song, though. I do miss it.
He's always had good TNA themes. I even like the one more shot, out it again, and I know what it has again. One more shot. Like that was a good one.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy's one of those rare wrestlers. Like every theme of his has been good. Like there hasn't been a bad Jeff Hardy theme. Even the Modest team, they did Modest
boom,
at the top. We're gonna fucking go to the Let It Go, and you know what's I don't know. I know
Yeah.
it's the girl today. Like like a
Yeah.
weird remix or something. Yeah, but he's always had good theme songs.
He
Obviously,
does.
No More Word. I think No More Words is a king still, but still,
Exactly. So here we are recapping AEW Dynamite from last night. The rating came in also, by the way, and as I expected, I'm gonna be honest, I expected them to hit in the 800,000s. Because I'll be honest with you, AEW Dynamite last night for me, it just felt hit and miss. It felt hit and miss for me.
I just feel like these dynamites are kind of just like filler up until we get to the month of May. And then that's when people will start tuning in again. Because this has always been my one problem with how AEW has like a pay per view and then they build towards their next pay per view. A lot of the build to the stuff, you lose interest in it pretty fast. Like there's not really like a whole reason to be like, we know the four pillar match is happening. Either just freaking announce it or get it out of the way. It's just like, it's like, did we really need a whole 2 months after Revolution to build to this one match? And like, it's not like he's doing anything where it's like, oh, I got to tune in every week to see it. It's not like he's changing it's not like can't miss. That's the way I feel about Dynamite right now. They're not can't miss. They're just kind of like you see who's wrestling, you go, I like that wrestler. I'll watch that wrestler. And then other than that, unless like you review it on a weekly basis or something, there's no reason to really be watching Dynamite every single week.
Yes. And I know the people that are gonna say, "Oh, you know what? It's probably also the play-in that took place yesterday." I feel like at this point they've been around long enough. Where blaming it on a tournament or in a game is no excuse.
Yeah, Rampage you can blame because Rampage is like the one thing where it gets changed around too much. Where the times for Rampage change. This is their flagship Wednesday night show. And even when there is no action going on, like NBA wise or anything, they pull this number that Steve just read off. So we need to stop. Like AEW, you go on, Steve.
866,000.
Yeah, see, that's normal. That's normal. Like we need to stop. We need to stop. It's a coddling effect. It's always like we have to say, well, and yet I'll see these same people when Raw's struggling during the fall time. They'll be like, oh, Raw's struggling. But guys, they're going against Monday Night Football. Like, of course they're going to suck around then. It's like, but no, with AEW, well, DeMar DeRozan was taking on Pascal Siakam in the play-in game. Shit, Gilgeous Alexander and Zion Williams shit. Like, shut up. You guys don't know these people. Like, stop. Like, just admit that, hey, wrestling is just where it's at right now. And, the rating is what it is. And to be honest, AEW is where it is because it's just right now there's nothing interesting. It's just not what it is. It's just there's nothing interesting besides, oh, there's a good match on. Great. There's good matches every single week on any form of professional wrestling television show you watch. And yes, that includes shows like NWA because of the fact that people are just so used to the style of wrestling. This is what it is. You got to get good stories going. And really, to be honest, AEW hasn't put on a good story in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, anything you want to add to that, Big Mike?
I mean, Chase hits it on the head a little bit with that. It is a new normal. I mean, the regular shows are going to get in around that 830, 850, 880 range. And the build in between pay-per-views is going to be uninteresting to most, especially us if you really don't, if you're not really a diehard or anything. But yeah, Chase hit it right on the head with those points.
Yes. I'm reading some comments here real quick as well. Palu writes here, Dynamite was decent last night, which was expected because Milwaukee don't have great crowds and they can't be perfect all the time. Some crowds I feel like are hit and miss 9 times out of 10. A lot of these crowds are hit and miss. Weston writes here, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for a lot of old school wrestlers like Jeff Hardy to retire. They have a rinse and repeat cycle, in my opinion, is if you can't stay healthy or in Jeff's case, sober or retire.
Kind of both for him right now. This has been the most injury-ridden time for Jeff Hardy. Even WWE was getting hurt.
Yeah, and I'll give this to the chat since nobody wanted to answer in our group chat. Over under Jeff
Oh,
Hardy
I didn't see it.
relapsing
Oh,
5.5 months.
oh wow,
Over
Mike.
under.
Repeat
If
that again,
anybody in
honestly,
the
Mike.
chat wants to,
honestly, this is a great track record for Jeff because when Jeff does fuck up, he does good for like a year. So I'll say over. I'll take the over on that because when Jeff fucked up in TNA, he was good for like a whole year. Like there was no Jeff Hardy fuck ups and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll give it a good year. I'll give it a year.
I'll get over. I'll go over on this one too. I feel like in
I'll
this you
take the
can't bet
over.
the under. I take the over
I'm
also.
still, it's still up. It's up in the air for me. I don't know if I
Yeah,
want to take the over or the under. I don't
fair
know,
enough.
but most
Well,
likely he's gonna go over.
so let's get into this. Let's get into the show. Again, guys, let us know in the chat what was the one thing you liked about the show and all that stuff. What did you not like about the show? We'll read it as well in the chat as you guys are in the chat as well. Thank you as always. So the show kicked off with a match. Holy shit. Between Swerve Strickland versus Darby Allen.
This was a great match. I thought this
It
match was
really
good.
was. And it's
Good
crazy.
opener.
I think Chase said this too. Like, if you really want to see them go at it, like, yo, watch some of their stuff from Defy.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what we got here. Not saying that's a bad thing. Because at the end of the day, I thought these two guys went out there and they tore the fucking house down. They really,
Yeah,
really did. It was a good opener.
good match for Darby, especially because like he is one of the number one contenders to the world title. So good strong start to Dynamite. You got one of the number one contenders in a title match, not a title match, in a featured match. You get one of your better heels in a featured match. So I just wish Swerve didn't have to eat like a loss here, but I understand it was fine. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like Swerve's still kind of building. So I kind of didn't want him to lose at this moment of time, but it's nothing really to nitpick about. Just a really good opener for AEW and a good way to keep promoting their Four Pillars match that they want to do at Double or Nothing for sure.
And this match, when you according to Cage match, went about 14 minutes and 40 seconds. So they got a lot of good time, almost 15 minutes. There was a spot here, obviously, where Swerve was working with one shoe off, and he did that stomp. You can just tell, bro, that shit has to hurt, yo. That'd be a bitch, yo, the moment he hit that stomp. And I think he missed. Right?
Mm-hmm. Either that or he wanted to. The way Darby was kind of like sitting up, he didn't want to like hit his head, so he kind of missed on purpose, which is being safe. I don't know how you can do that in midair, but hey, that's why he's talented.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely. And of course, the Pillars were watching this match, just like last week when Jungle Boy's wrestling. You had the Pillars watching too, right? In different parts, what have you. But when it was all said and done, Darby hit the Last Supper and got the win, which again, you kind of expect here. You expected this because again, they haven't announced it yet, but you can just tell at Double or Nothing, they're gonna go with the Four Pillars in the Fatal 4-Way. Well,
Hey,
there's some
Steve, do
that,
you like that? Do you like that as your main event?
yeah, I'm down for it.
Okay. Just who you rooting for?
I think MJF retains.
No, but who are you rooting for? Who the fuck are you rooting for? Now, who do you want?
It doesn't matter who wins. Like, who do you like?
On this, I'm gonna go with Darby on this one. I like Darby. On this, but yeah. What about you, Chase?
I'm going with my boy Jungle Boy, bro. I'm a Jungle Boy man. I love Jungle Boy.
I'm the same. I like Jungle Boy as well. I think he's growing a lot.
Yeah,
Jungle Boy. I'm rooting for Jungle Boy heavy at the period. Steve gonna be so annoyed when I go, oh.
I'm preparing myself. I'm preparing for it already.
Live event Chase is a different animal, bro. I can tell y'all, it ain't the same Chase.
I've seen it. But Chase, Mike, your thoughts on the match, thoughts on the finish, and all that stuff. Your thoughts?
We already gave our thoughts. We said it was good.
Okay.
But where are you at? You on Planet Jarrett? You not putting over you putting over Orange Cassidy too, Steve?
No, I'm afraid no. We're not there. No.
You're on Planet Jarrett. Wee.
Well, he will be on Rampage on Friday. He will be on Rampage, which, yeah, I know, man. Oh, gosh darn it!
This is the hashtag AEW Rampage after it. Like, no one's watching that, dude.
Yeah.
Stop.
He loves that clip. That clip, like we need to over under how many times Steve plays that clip a week, bro. It's like he plays that shit even when it's not even a Dynamite review. He just plays it
Well,
whenever.
but you got to remember though, Jared will be on Rampage along with Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Mark Briscoe. So there's that as well. So after this, MJF comes out, he's all suited up, and he goes at it back and forth with Darby Allin. They talk about how MJF, they're both sort of how they're both alike, right, in a way, but but at the end of the day, Darby is basically Sting's bitch. And Sting eventually came out and he mentions that Max had his own cheerleader and Cody. I think at a moment in the show they referred it to Cody's daycare.
Yeah.
Which I laugh, bro. Like when I heard, I'm like, yo, come on. How's he coming, yo? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
That's your world champion. Like, come on, the world champion. Like, if it was anyone else on the Raw, like if it was anyone else,
he's got a pass too.
Yeah, I guess. But if it had been anyone else on the roster, I'm like, all right, fine. But this is your world champion, man. Like Cody Daycare, which is true in a way. You think about it, right? Because Cody did bring in MJF, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, let it be, right? He says that while Showtime is almost up for him and things are just beginning for Darby, and Darby will one day be a world champion. And Darby says he will eventually end the reign of terror that is MJF, and MJF eventually spits in Darby's face and runs away. I just love the back and forth interaction between Darby and Jungle Boy. Darby and MJF.
Yeah.
I loved, the Sting, because again, it made you think, okay, maybe Sting one more match. I know people say, oh, Sting is not going to wrestle singles matches, right, in AEW. But if there was ever a time, for Sting to, like Goldberg, one badass beard left in him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have one more badass Scorpion Deathlock in him. Yes, I think that. Like honestly, try to find a way to get Sting. Like Tony Khan has to convince Sting because MJF and Sting. MJF is the most like if there's any worker I can trust working with Sting in AEW, it's MJF, bro. Because MJF doesn't wrestle. MJF can wrestle crazy, but he knows how to wrestle smart and slow. And I feel it'll benefit MJF in the long run if he does have a match with Sting, kind of like a vintage TNA Sting match where it's just like, and Sting, I don't care how old this motherfucker is, still a threat to win the world title, man. It doesn't matter, dude. Like, dude, remember what was it, Night of Champions 2015 when Sting was going to Seth Rollins? Oh, I was the Sting. What's it called? Champion. I was saying Sting should win the WWE title, set up Sting versus Triple H at WrestleMania 32. I was literally saying that should be the WrestleMania 32 WWE title match. And you know what? How many people like if this was any other legend, people would be like, yeah, shit. No, everyone was down for it. Everyone was like, yeah, Sting. Sting is a threat, and that's the one thing. And I think it's like I get Sting said that he don't want to wrestle in singles matches, but it's like, man, Sting, you don't understand how much of these talents would benefit working with you in a singles match and stuff, man. Like that's the thing. Like I think Sting like, and I'm not saying he needs to do a lot of single matches, but I feel like he needs to do at least 3 singles matches. One with MJF, one with Darby Allin, and then whatever final one he wants to do, whether it's like a dream match or something, he needs to do at least 3 singles matches in AEW, just because I feel like the talent would benefit with Sting wrestling them. But yeah, I think Sting and MJF is a future. But yeah, the promo was good. MJF and Darby Allin. Like Darby's a much better mic worker than I think people expect. He way better than fucking Sammy last week. Sammy was horrible last week. I don't know what that dude was talking about. But Darby and MJF, they have really good chemistry, not just in the ring, but on the microphone. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Big Mike, your thoughts, brother?
Yeah, I thought the promo was great at the end. Sting cut a great promo. He went through every gimmick that he ever had in his wrestling career,
Joker Sting
which was
one of my favorites too.
which was great. But yeah, Chase nails it again. He needs the. We need a singles match. If it's not for the world title, then cool. But we need a Sting singles match.
I
I really
don't
want to see it. Go ahead.
I don't know, and I apologize if I cut you off. I apologize. I don't know if there's going to be another battle of the belts between now and Double or Nothing, or
Oh,
at
that'll get
least
a million. That'll get a million if Sting wrestles MJF for the world title, 100%.
or that Saturday show. What was that Saturday show they've been
It's
talking
Battle
about?
of the
Like,
Belts.
oh, okay.
Battle of Belts is normally their Saturday show.
Yeah, exactly. Do that on a Saturday, bro, at 6:05 on TBS. You bring out Jim Ross. Jim Ross probably call that match, right? It's Sting's
And
match,
here's
world title.
Sting going for the world title once again. Can he turn back the clock?
Oh, I'm
Excalibur,
sorry, no.
he's here
Tony
to fight.
Schiavone. It'd be Tony Schiavone. My apologies.
No, he'll
Again,
talk Excalibur.
that too. But again, I think that could work. If you do it, then you have MJF retain, and it gives probably more motivation and all that stuff. Big Mike, again, I apologize if I cut you off. I apologize, brother.
No, I mean, all I was basically gonna say is, it takes me back to the time that I went to AEW and they did the Royal Rampage, and he came out with Darby and just to be a hype man and left. The crowd erupted for Sting, and then he just
Mm-hmm.
left. Like, people want this. People want him to wrestle singles matches. So if they can convince him, cool, because we need one.
Absolutely. And hopefully we do get that. I'm gonna read some comments here as well. Cody Daycare line was fire. People sleep on Sting's mic skills. Yeah, they do. CPZ. Man, after this promo, I am more excited for Sting versus MJF instead of the four-way match by Allen. After this, we need one more Sting title run. Tony, book it. I know they ain't young talent. But I mean, Sting versus Kenny Omega, Bryan Danielson, and Adam Cole in singles matches. I'd love to see Sting versus Shane Strickland too. See, read my donation. Yep, you have the donation. Let me see here. I'm gonna have to set up the.
Yeah, Steve gets paid, and he don't even pay attention, man.
No, see, I don't have the Streamlabs active. I don't have it set up. That's what it
Wow,
is.
he's not even prepared, not even ready, dude. Damn.
No, don't worry. Take it easy, brother. Take it easy. I got you. Let's see here. Let me see. It's been a long time. But again, guys, if you do want to leave a donation, we do have the super chat in the description box of the stream. You can leave a donation to Streamlabs. You'll be appreciated if you do so. Alert box here. Let me see here. Let's see here.
Yeah, Steve wasting time with this donation shit, man.
I'm sorry.
I gotta get back on the clock in 30 minutes, and he's still searching like a little goose.
I'm always shocked. So I'm always so shocked when people say I like Joker Sting. I loved it, but I remember when he started, it saw someone hate for it. Yeah, I remember that too. People used to hate Joker Sting at first, but I always loved it.
I think it was also because of the aces and eights was going on. I think it was just like there was too much bullshit going on at once for us to enjoy what Joker Sting was bringing to the table.
Yeah, that too. That too, man. But after this, we had a squash match. Powerhouse Hobbs defending the TNT title against Silas Young. Before the match, Powerhouse Hobbs came in a nice car. Right?
Looked like a world champion.
Man, looked like a world champion. Yeah, literally like a world champion. Parked it outside and beat the hell out of Silas Young in 45 seconds. If you blinked, you missed. Then after this, you see Wardlow's World show up in the destroy the car, wreck the car, right? He grabbed the forklift and he tried to flip the car, forgot to turn it off, just gone off and shit.
I don't know what it is, man. They make Wardlow such a dweeb. And I'm not saying Wardlow himself is a dweeb. It's just like they literally just, I don't know what it is with Tony Khan. He had something with this guy. Wardlow was a cool character. And then all of a sudden, now this guy's like the biggest dweeb. Anything he does, I'm just like, Oh, Wardlow, come on, man. You're kind of a goof here, buddy. I can't take you seriously anymore. Like flipping the car and stuff. Like, and I'm not saying Wardlow himself. I'm saying Wardlow, the TV character, just comes up as such a dweeb. It's like just come out and powerbomb him. That's it. Like you're like, oh, whoa, look at this car. I'm gonna go flip this car. Maybe my protein shake is in there. And then it helped AEW. The last episode of All Access, we saw that he was possibly friend zoned by Britt Baker. So it's like, that was like the last image people seen of Wardlow. And now it's just like he's like trying to like flip a car. Like, I don't know, man. It too much. They're doing too much, man. Like, it's not that hard. Wardlow's big. He looks good. Just have him go out and powerbomb people. Like, AEW is trying to make him like Stone Cold Steve Wardlow. Like, oh, what? Here comes Wardlow. You're in Wardlow's world. What? And that's the bottom line, because Wardlow's world says so. Like, shut up.
Hey, where's the protein shake?
Where's my protein shake?
Yes, where's my protein shake?
You know how I see people comment about Wardlow, which is like, can you highlight that real quick, Steve, about this? You know what's so sad about this? I was there live last Double or Nothing, and the crowd loved this man. He didn't need no entrance music. We were just seeing Wardlow. We were chanting Wardlow's gonna kill you. Wardlow's gonna kill. Like, we were like so hyped up for this guy. He got like he got a you deserve it like chant. He was crying in the ring, like shoot crying, because he was so happy. This was like such a great moment of his career. You can almost say a pinnacle moment of his career. And you know what said? That's the peak. He wins, and then afterwards he's just been like stuck. Like, I don't get it, man. It's like the reverse Batista. This guy was Batista, and we thought, oh man, Batista, yeah, he's gonna be pushed to the moon. And now it's like, man, I kind of wish you know what's sad? I wish he was like in the Fed right now. I wish he was in NXT or something, because I feel like they would know how to use him a little bit better there. I don't know what it is. They just everything they do with this guy. Like, you know how, like, what was it? The Midas touch. Everything that Bull touch was gold. It's like anything Wardlow touches sucks. Like, it's just like, oh man, they Wardlow's here. Oh great, this guy. No offense to the guy. It's just how AEW presents him. AEW presents him like such a dweeb.
And it's very sad too. No pun intended. It's very sad. It's like the rise and fall of Wardlow before he even rose. It's literally just the downfall of Wardlow. What it needed to be, and it just never was. And it's unfortunate, because I don't see him ever bouncing back from any of this shit. I just really don't see it happening.
Bill Surfer, Steve don't know how to even access his donations. I don't know what's going on. He's freaking out.
Okay. Well, Chase, you're gonna love this one. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love this donation.
What?
How do you like me now?
Hey Chase, since the Chase Covington lawsuit is over, can you please bring back for 3 minutes? Please SSSSSSE.
Well, the problem is, Silver Surfer, he doesn't show up on S.A.D. He doesn't show up on the Nerd and Virgin show known as S.A.D. Because only people who watch this show are S.A.D. nerds and virgins, myself included. So, yeah, he doesn't show up for this episode. Maybe you can catch him on around the point. Maybe Friday he shows up. Maybe he loves Raw. He loves NXT because of the Mamacitas. So maybe you check those reviews will pop up.
Or maybe on Impact Wrestling. You never know. He also loves Impact Wrestling.
So. Oh, he does. He has a hat. Silver Surfer, I would love Chase Covington to come on, but the thing is, he don't watch AEW.
He doesn't watch.
See, refund him his money, man. Refund him his money.
I got you. Yeah, I will. But again, guys,
Silver Surfer, you are wrong. It's just that's the thing. He don't show up on S.A.D. He don't watch Dynamite. He says, "Wow, that's a sad show, Nerds and Virgins." What do you want him to say?
So again, guys, if you guys want to leave a donation, have something read like that, links down below in the description box on our super chat through Streamlabs, and you'll get something like that pop up on screen and all that fun stuff. So let's move on here. After this, we got a vignette. Yes, a vignette of Jay White.
Oh man, we called this, huh, Mike? We said this is what's going to happen. He debuts, and where is he? Nowhere, but he gets a vignette. I'm the Switchblade. Oh yeah, you thought it was over. Black and gold. Oh, AEW. You're going to take on the Switchblade. You're going to take on the Bullet Club, Black and gold. Oh, Bill, the Switchblade.
My era.
The new era, Switchblade era.
The Bullet Club. What are they calling it? Bang? Like what are they calling this shit? What do you call? What do they call
Huh?
it? The Bullet Club, like gang gun, whatever the fuck they were calling it too. Like I have no idea what the fuck they were calling it on
Well, whatever
TV.
they're calling it, the next step is him having a match on Rampage, and then you won't see him for 2 weeks. So
No. Dark Elevation, baby. Dark.
That's Friday. Jay White debuts in the ring on Rampage. You don't want to miss it. Do. Yeah,
Ram-
this is
this is
Rampage.
Rampage.
Pew.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Don't worry, guys. The Switchblade impression will get better. I just do how he screams because he just screams on the microphone.
Yeah, I feel bad for Milwaukee. This is from CPZ. I feel bad for Milwaukee because my friend said he was advertised.
What did Colby Covington say about our tribal chief? This is way more important than Jay White, bro. Did Colby Covington talking shit about our tribal chief?
Is he really?
What did he
that's what
say?
CPZ said in the comments.
I have no recollection.
I have no
recollection
of this. No recollection. I mean, to my understanding,
I need to know the interview. I need to know the location because I need to listen. I need to hear how Mr. Covington talked about my tribal chief. All right.
He said Roman was.
He said Roman was the goat. Whoa. What interview? I need to hear this now.
He is? Some would say he still is. Some would say, right?
He is the greatest of all time. Yeah. No, he's no Drew McIntyre, right, Big Mike? On Submission Radio? Oh, okay. Wait, is this like a new Submission Radio interview? I listen to all Covington Submission Radio interviews, so I might be missing one. Yeah, the last one he was on a yacht with the Mamacitas.
But like we said, though, regarding Jay White, though, real quick, listen, if he's gonna feud with Ricky Stark, that's fine for now. Fine. Get this out of the way. But after this, dude, listen. We need him in these big profile matches.
Honestly, I feel bad for Ricky. Dude, Jay White should be facing Orange Cena. That's who he should be facing.
Orange Cena?
And if he beats him, then that's when I'll get pissed.
The outrage, man. The
And
outrage.
I'm not the biggest Jay White fan, but I'll get pissed.
No, I just think Jay White's perfect for that belt right now.
Yeah, he is.
So speaking of which, I'm glad we mentioned our boy Orange Cena. Yes, Orange Cena defended the AEW International Championship against Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews of the House of Black. This match according to Cage Match, went about 14 minutes and 11 seconds. I literally thought, it was a very good back and forth match. I did like the near falls here back and forth. I love how Orange was selling that he had his injured hand, so you couldn't throw the orange punch, and if he did, it would hurt. However, if there was ever a time for them to switch the champion here, right? Crown a new champion, it should have been last night. In my personal opinion, it should have been last night. I feel like someone like a Buddy Matthews is well suited for that international championship.
Well, he didn't win, and LMFAO Orange Cena wins. So he did that little rope-a-dope mousetrap. Like, oh man, that's such a Cena way to. And then he was overacting like Cena with the hand and stuff. I don't know why the IWC is just giving this guy such a pass. Like, I swear to God, if this was Cena right now, oh my God, we've seen enough. Oh, this stinks. He's terrible. Ugh. It's like, oh, great, man. With Orange Cassidy, it's just a pass after a pass after a pass. But I was here first, and I don't hate the guy. I really don't. I just hate what AEW is doing to the guy because they're just making him like another wrestler. Go watch something about Dynamite like 2-3 weeks ago. I think I'm wearing like a red polo or something in that episode. I literally said this, man. I said he liked John Cena, man. Everyone likes this guy, and good for him. And I broke it down. It's just, look, all I'm going to say now for his matches until he loses, LMFAO, Orange Cena wins. That's it.
Yes. Big Mike, your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I mean, the match was great. It wasn't great, but it was good. I'm not gonna over push it, but it was a good match. But Yeah, we're running out of opponents at this point.
Yeah, we
Like
are.
he's getting to the House of Black, and just like Chase said in that video when he's wearing the red polo, he's gonna beat somebody like Brody King, which is probably next on the docket because he's at the House of Black, and people are gonna open their eyes, be like, okay, this ain't it. It's
Look.
coming.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I'm wrong, I'll come on here. I'll admit I'm wrong. But my track record of I know how wrestling fans react to shit, it's pretty much like 82% correct. And I know for a fact that fans, once he beats someone that they give a fuck about, that's
Brody
when they're going
King.
to be pissed about it. And then you're not, I mean, not, I was just using Brody King as an example there because he was like the hot guy at the moment. So, like, say if he beats Switchblade, oh, man, the fans are just they're going to be like, see, like, why? Oh, this comedy, they're going to change your tune. They're going to change the narrative that they have of Orange Cassidy.
Now Orange Cassidy gonna roll up and win on Jay White.
I can already see it now. And Jay White has a stupid look on his face, and he goes, "What the fuck was that? What? No, how was that 3?" Like he's just like asking, "How was that 3?" and stuff. Yeah, I can see it.
Yes. And then have a fucking temper tantrum backstage and
Yeah,
start
and then
breaking shit.
Steve and I will be there for Double or Nothing, and we'll see all these like King Switch plans be upset, and then Steve and I will be like, "Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfucker."
Oh man.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Pretty much there you go. Moving on, right? Moving on. We did have a tag team match of the Blackpool Combat Club of Claudio Castagnoli, who is the champion,
This wasn't a match.
and John Moxley versus what? Brandon Cutler and Michael Nakasawa. This was not a match. This was, I don't even have the word for
This
it.
was an ass whooping, Kane.
This was a total one-sided butt whooping. This was
an unholy beating.
This was a Passion of Christ scene, basically. Oh shit. This was just all over the place. And what really made it even like what the fuck are we doing here? They gave Cutler Nakasawa some offense here. They gave him some offense.
They had their adrenaline going, man. Their friends are hurt. They want revenge for their friends. I mean, come on, Steve. They had one or two. Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. This should have been like where it's like you got to set the power scales here. It doesn't matter how. Let me just reference this in nerd terms, Dragon Ball terms. It's like if Krillin and Tien were able to land on some punches on Frieza and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. No, Krillin and Tien get their asses whipped by Frieza. This is what it should have been. Ass whooping, blood. The blood's fine. Like this should have been like it was like, you know, when the heels, they don't go for the 3 count, they just go ha ha ha, and then they keep beating up the person for no reason and stuff. And everyone's like, oh, come on, you just gotta stop. This is where you're supposed to be like, you get the shot of the kid crying in the crowd because Michael Nakazawa's bleeding like profusely, and John Moxley's just licking his blood. Oh, come on, someone gotta stop this, Kane. Someone gotta stop this. This is making me sick to my stomach. Damn, I'm a family asshole. Like JR screaming on the microphone that this is happening and stuff. Like, and the bell just keeps ringing, and we're like, oh, who's gonna come out? But yeah, and then Kenny Omega came out. Then the Young Bucks came out, and yeah, and then afterwards the screwdriver spot happened, and yeah, that was fine. You know, they needed something, but man, when we get to the next 2 matches, golly. Copy and paste. Tony Khan was on that Command C, Command V, or Control C, Control V template for the last 2 matches.
Yeah.
He was being lazy, the last 2 matches.
Yeah. So after the match, they continue the beating, and then I guess Kenny music hits, right? And he's by himself. And then from behind, the Young Bucks show up and they super kick Claudio and Wheeler. And they all start brawling in the ring, and then Kenny Omega grabs a screwdriver, and he's ready to like just whack Moxley over the head with it. in the corner, and Claudio pulls him out in a nick of time, and he stabbed the turnbuckle. It's a callback to their match, I believe, at Full Gear many years ago, to my understanding.
Well, it's not really a match, Steve, because it was lights out. And when it's lights out, that don't count toward your official record.
Yes. So, yeah, it was a callback to their lights out match, to their lights out conference contest at Full Gear and all that stuff. So, for the looks of it, listen, we're getting a blood and guts, or we're getting some stadium stampede or anarchy in the arena. For the looks of it, right?
Pretty much.
You know, Chase, you be down for that in Vegas? An anarchy in the arena between the elite.
I was there for the last one, sure, why not?
You know, so. But Mike, your thoughts on everything that happened, though? Your thoughts, man?
Everything's been said, man. This was unholy of a beating. We got the Bucks back. The next few matches are gonna be, gonna be the same. And
before
I just want to talk about what they had on their feet, because all three guys wore some heat. All three.
Yeah.
Even Kenny Omega, I was surprised. I was like, oh my God, you wore some heat. He had on some Bapes. That's crazy.
Yeah, he had some nice little Bapestas on. Matt Jackson, I think he had those fake Dior 1 lows. I was kind of inspecting them. I don't know. I think those are fake. But then Nick, no, Nick had the fake Dior 1 lows, right? Who had the Dior 1 lows?
No. Matt had on the Dior lows. Nick had on the Tiffany Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true as well. Before we get into the next match, something did happen early in the show. Ethan Page was in the ring calling out Matt Hardy, who came out with Isaiah Cassidy. They talk about, what happened last week when Matt Hardy cost Ethan Page the FTW championship. And there was a loophole in the contract where, had Ethan Page lost, that Isaiah Cassidy and Matt Hardy, or Private Party for that matter, and Matt Hardy were no longer under.
Where is all the dude for Private Party? He too busy partying? He ain't there?
I don't know.
Some people say he's injured, so I'm going by that.
Yeah. That they're no longer working for Ethan Page, or the firm for that matter, right? And little do we know, from behind you see Lee Moriarty and Big Bill for the attack, and then what do you know? You hear the music. It's Jeff Hardy. It's Brother Nero. You knew he'd come. Pause.
I was waiting for it. I was like, that was too together.
I knew, he would say that back in the day, right? And he made the save. The Hardy Boys are back. And now there's a lot of people out there that are very skeptical. We talked about this earlier. Like, Mike, you placed a poll in the chat, or not really placed a poll, but you basically said, over under, right? Over under 5 months and a half. Should he relapse and all
Jeff
stuff?
Relapsing, yeah. Which is a terrible thing to do. I'll take full responsibility. But I got that over under.
I mean, there's people out there who feel like, he shouldn't come back, period. And I think
I really don't care, to be honest. It is what it is. He's back. Yeah. Look, Tony Khan had a solid show in London, bro. You got to have Jeff Hardy there. Come on.
You got to have his heavy hitters, bro. He needs to, and again, say what you want, but Jeff Hardy's name, along with Phil's, wrestling name, they carry weight. And especially if you want to sell out Wembley Stadium, bro, you're going to have to. And think about this. Even though
I just didn't like this because this was because they literally did the Kenny Omega Young Bucks return, and then the next segment's another return. Like, I was like, what the fuck? It's literally the same shit. Like, Matt Hardy's being saved from a beatdown. This should have been the second segment of the show where the crowd's a little bit still hot from the first match. Ethan Page comes out, he's upset, and then later on you just have it where it's like, we do this, and then Jeff Hardy's like the second thing we see, and everyone goes, "Oh wow, Jeff Hardy's back!" And then you get to whatever matches you had next. That's what I would do. I don't know.
I agree with you.
Just like Tony Khan, who's also a fan.
I agree with you on that as well, Chase. CP's right in the chat. Jeff Hardy is the John Jones of WWE. He's too talented and big of a deal to not have him.
That is the truest thing I've ever heard in my life, CPZ. And we love them. We love them. That's the thing.
Yeah, AEW. He meant AEW. Imagine Jeff Hardy coming out to "God Gave Me Style" by 50 Cent. The beginning of his matches.
Yeah, you don't gotta do that.
I know. Think about this: if the guns came out to many men, I mean, anything is possible, right? But there was that. I mean, listen, they're back again, just like Chase. At this point, man, it's whatever.
Yeah,
they make you feel the same way, basically.
Yeah.
Yes. So after this, we got, what do you know? We got Swerve promises that he and the Mogul will get something before the night is over, which we found out later on. We got Sky Blue and Riho versus the Outcast of Tony Storm and Ruby Soho.
Steve, I'm activating Grado Khan. Let's not talk about this.
Let's not talk about
Dude, I was watching this at work. I was like, what am I watching?
Listen.
This is not it.
Here's the thing. You got to understand something, though, Chase. People think I don't like women's wrestling. People going to think,
Steve, this is what we'll do.
Steve,
I'll take out
Steve,
us.
with all due respect, until Tony Khan comes up with a new way to book this stupid-ass division, I don't want to talk about this. Is the third week in a row, the same fucking shit. Except, this week, instead of just Jamie Hayter comes out, Britt comes out. Britt and Jamie are best friends. Why the fuck is Britt coming out like a minute after Jamie Hayter comes out? Jamie Hayter comes out to her music. Because we need to hear the doctor will see you now. Do. They come out together to that theme song. Why the fuck are you coming out separate? Why is Britt letting her friend go out? Like you know how stupid this looks? Jamie goes out first. Britt's like, all right, Jamie, you get them first. I'll clean up. I'll clean up into your mess and stuff. This is so stupid. Like, this is the dumbest thing I ever seen. A waste of time. Same thing. Rio and Sky Blue lose it. Like, if Sky Blue and Rio would have won, then it's like, okay, then the beatdown makes sense. Why are the Outcasts what is their obsession with beating up Sky Blue? What is their obsession? They're seriously, what is their obsession? Like, seriously, if you want to beat her up so bad, just kidnap her backstage, bring her to the ring, and beat her up. Like, well, why are we just beating her up every fucking match? And at least the same thing where one of these AEW originals come running out to say, like, it's so stupid. I'm so done. Just book a better thing. You want us to talk about your women, give them fucking praises, book it better. Stop with this same shit. This is literally the same fucking shit 3 weeks in a row, except this time we heard Britt Baker's theme song. Great. Fucking awesome. Made Britt look like such a horrible friend. Oh, yeah, Jamie, go out there. Can you imagine, Steve? That's like if Big Mike was getting his ass beat in the ring. I'm like, all right, Steve, you go out first with your theme music. I'll follow in like 2 minutes, all right? I just want to see how you do first, all right? Like a bad fucking friend Britt Baker is, dude. They make her look like a Karen on All Access, and then they freaking make her look like this on the show. This is so stupid. Stupid. Great Khan this shit, man. I just want to talk about Chris Jericho. You a dumbass for putting your knees up when Keith Lee was doing a moonsault. You dummy. You deserve your knee to be blown out if you do that shit. Dumbass.
Okay, fine. Per the majority here. Look at this. Frantic World, don't come on, Frantic World. Who are you lying to? The women.
My God. Let's just move on.
Come on, Frantic World. Who are you? Well, put your hand on your heart and be honest with yourself there, respectfully.
Bro,
however,
this was garbage.
It's safe to say AEW is doing no favors for Britt Baker on all ends. They're doing her no favors at all.
And she's the face, and that's what's bad about it.
She was the first female signing for AEW, and now she's becoming the laughingstock. I hate to say it.
They just need to separate her and go back to being heel Britt, because that's what put you on the map.
Oh my God. Oh man. Oh no. Oh, Alan, what? Man, not even the Make-A-Wish kids dealing with cancer, dying of cancer, don't want to watch the women's rivalry anymore.
Oh
Well,
my
well,
god.
with that comment, Chase has to head out. Shout out to Chris Jericho, keep making sure Vince McMahon's wishes come true.
Oh my god, Chase, man.
Chase,
That's
man,
funny
thank
that
you, man.
you're gonna leave on that note.
You're gonna leave on that note.
Oh
Oh
man.
man. Peace out,
All right,
Chase.
see you later, buddy.
Later, buddy.
Jesus, Alan, what
Oh
is going on with you, buddy? That
yo, Alan is the taller, polite version of me, yo.
that is that. Oh my God, that's
Give me
so
one,
wow.
give me a second. My grandma's calling me. Give me a second. Take over for a little bit, all right?
Okay,
Hold it down.
Jesus Christ, man, Alan, what the heck? Oh my goodness. All right, Chisholm, he said it just feels like Tony is hoping to sign Mercedes Monet. Yeah, because he had her, from what we kind of know, and then she just slipped away, and she's continuously slipping. Maybe in the next couple months he can get her, or in the next 3 months. But she's just doing a lot of good things in Japan right now. And if I'm New Japan, I don't want her nowhere near. Like, if she comes into the company, she has to be head honcho because she's way, and I mean way bigger than every single one of them women. Except, and maybe the only person that's close is Jade in stature and booking. That's the only way. You gotta make her go over Britt, Jamie, Willow, Ruby, Saraya, Tony Storm, all that. She's better than all of them. Her power level is like that. At least right now. It's just, you just can't bring her in and just have her be subdued to this terrible booking. It's just not gonna fly, in my opinion. Yeah, the booking does need to be better. Why does Tony Khan book Jade Cargill like she's in a different universe than other
All
women?
right.
Because she is.
I heard you. I heard you reference Mercedes. Listen, you
Yes,
really
I
want
was I was referencing
you,
from this.
you guys want Mercedes to come to this shithole women's division right
I
now?
just got done saying that.
Is
She
that what
has to
y'all
be
motherfuckers
booked
want? Is
different.
that what you motherfuckers? Listen, I'm pretty sure Mercedes. Listen, I'm pretty sure. Yes, she would love to wrestle the likes of a Thunder Rosa. I'm pretty sure. Yes, a lot of you N and V's would love to see you wrestle Britt Baker. I get it, but I'm pretty sure, even if that, yo, Mercedes has standards.
Yes.
She has standards, yo. I'm sorry. And knowing Mercedes, the way Tony's booking this women's division right now, don't be surprised she walks out again.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, and who said this? Frantic World also said to kind of help my point. It's no, CPZ. CPZ says like he books Jade Cargill like she's in a different universe than other women. Yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah. She
eventually,
doesn't interact with these
but
women.
eventually
She
she's
has.
gonna have to. It's like okay. It's like how do I put this? There are two women's championship. There are two women's titles, right? But they don't have like this multiverse where there's like no reference to one another by them. You know what I mean? It's like one thinks in this case Jamie Hayter, like you'll never hear Jamie Hayter reference Jade Cargill or Jade Cargill reference Jamie Hayter. You'll never see that.
It's like they go to work. It's like Jade got a different entrance in the arena than all the other women. She has a different car service than other women. She doesn't acknowledge nobody else. She hasn't talked about anybody. I don't even think she even said Britt Baker's name once as TBS champion. Once.
Yeah.
And it is crazy how he is booking her to be isolated from them. It's like it's her and then them. That's it. And if Mercedes comes in, he has to do the exact same thing. Maybe the one person he makes her interact with is Jade. But other than that, it's her world. Everybody else is in it.
That's sometimes, yeah, it's very unfortunate too. But Alan writes here, but hey, at least Bianca won. Oh wow, Alan, brother. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Steve. I got upset there. And that very man of honor of me. I'm sorry, respectfully. Oh wow. But did you see this did you see this comment from Alan, dude?
No.
And don't get me started on all the kids die. I wouldn't see the Lost in Theory.
Oh my God, Alan.
We love you, brother,
Alan,
but
come on, dude. Come
oh,
on, man. Come on.
oh, anyway, Big Mike, let's move on. We're like one more thing to do, one more match to talk about. Chris Jericho versus
Dude, we
Keith.
gotta talk about this, man. We got Father Time going up against the man of many midlife crises.
Yes, we have old man Jericho versus looks like Grandpa Keith Lee. It looks like
This
Keith
was the
Lee's father.
AARP match of the night.
It's father is old man Jericho, respectfully, to one of the goats, respectfully, versus it looks like it could have been Keith Lee's grandfather out there. Keith Lee looked like his own grandfather out there with the gray hair. I don't know what the fuck he has on now as an entrance attire.
I think he's supposed to be Father Time, like he's embracing the gray hairs and he's doing all of this stuff despite his age. Dude, you look like a buffoon.
You know what? Maybe after all, and you know it's funny, dude. We talked about this as well when oh, remember when he showed up in the in AEW? Oh, you guys wait and see. You guys watch now. He's gonna take the world by storm. You know, the Feds lost, man. They fucked up.
And what did they do? They put him in a tag team and give him the tag team titles. And then where did he go from there?
Dark Rampage
Nowhere.
or Dark
He
Elevation.
left. He was off television, and then he came back with gray hair.
Yeah, dude. Palu writes here. Um, from Keith's tweets, he's keeping his look out of spite from everyone criticizing his look.
Well, of course, because you know why? He got sick of that when Vince McMahon changed this whole thing around, so he's not caring anymore.
And that's sometimes unfortunate because here's the thing. I'll be honest, okay? This is not the Keith Lee that I was a fan of. And this was before him even being in the Fed. I'm talking independent wrestling Keith Lee. That Keith Lee was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
This Keith Lee, bruh, I don't even know. This Keith Lee, and then he does a moonsault. He it looks like Mark Henry as a Jedi.
Good Lord.
Good Lord, man.
Bro, like and to make it all culminate, you have the one guy that they booked wrong to come and help him out. So what, you're gonna put him in a tag team with Adam Cole?
No, not even that. So you have Swerve cost Keith Lee the match But before that, he does a moonsault. And Jericho, see, any veteran rolls out of the way. This guy, you can tell,
Puts
like,
his knees up.
this guy really wants a vacation. This guy really,
He like,
he
dude, I
wants.
want to go home.
Fuck this shit. What? What am I? Nah, they probably told. Tony probably told Jericho, okay, this is what you're doing at Double or Nothing. This is what you're doing at Forbidden Door. This is what you're doing at All In and leading into All Out. This is your program sheet, right? And by the way, we're bringing back CM Punk. Jericho heard all this shit. Fuck this. I won't be here for that. I will not be here for that. Basically, right?
I'm not gonna be here.
he almost tore everything in his knees trying to catch a 400-pound man on his knees. What is wrong with you?
Remember, Keith Lee got sick, so he might not be the same, Steven. Let's say it's one thing being sick, may not be the same, but your look that can change, dude. Bruh.
Bro, if that sickness held you back or is damaging you and your performance and you're not the same, bro, it's time to hang it up.
Yeah.
It's time to, and I'm sorry that I'm being this blunt or this non-caring. I get it. You almost died, but hey, and it was around the height of COVID. But hey, sometimes you got to take a back seat. I know you like wrestling, but your health is number one, and you built yourself back to at least trying to wrestle. But if that took you out that much that you're not even the same as you used to be, it's time to hang up the boots for a little bit and just enjoy life.
Yeah. But that was Dynamite. Also, so after this, Adam Cole comes out to check up on Keith Lee, right? And then they do the whole visual of Adam Cole on the outside, not even acknowledging Jericho the same way Jericho did last week the week prior for Adam Cole.
Mm-hmm.
So you already know where we're going. Listen, I'm pretty sure Adam Cole and Jericho, they're gonna kill it, right? But it reminds me again, because then you see Jericho, then you see Adam Cole and Keith Lee walking back to the stage together. It's like, yeah, you did good, man. Don't worry about it. Nothing to be ashamed of, man. You got this, man. Don't worry about it. That was 3. You got robbed and shit. And remember, they were saying years ago, oh, they were planning to have Adam Cole be the manager for Keith Lee in the Fed.
So they're gonna do it here in AEW.
I guess so. Like the mouthpiece. Here's the thing, right? You notice Adam Cole isn't wrestling every single week, which is smart. You're not gonna have him wrestle every fucking week. I'm sorry. It's a smart.
That and he's basically freaking the face of the dang company.
He is now. He is.
Like
I'm
you
not
can
saying
deny it all you want, but hey, him doing all of these special announcements with TK and him being the headliner for All Access with him and his lady, they're the face of the company. Them winning the first ever Owen Hart Memorial Tournament for them belts, they're the face of the company. Both of them.
yeah. They are. They are. But that was Dynamite, man. The rating speaks for itself. It felt like, again, to me, I said this earlier. I thought the show was hit and miss. It hit. I felt like in the first match was amazing. That first match, great, awesome, and then the misses started happening.
What
We
started
had
to happen?
the misses, like the hit. We got the hit, right? And Swerve versus Darby Allin, right? And Sting and with MJF and Darby Allin, right? Those were the hit. Like, all right, this is gonna be good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the miss, which was the rest of the show.
Okay.
You know, Big Mike, what would you give the show as a grade?
C plus.
Damn. Okay. I feel like you're being fair there. I can respect that. I'm gonna give the show. I'll give it a C. Plain old C, man. I
All
want to
right.
say C minus, but I mean C. Even Palu, I give it a C plus as well. I think that was a shot at WWE for thinking about putting Adam Cole and Keith Lee together. Doesn't matter, man. You got the
Well,
visual. The
guess what?
visual,
Take more of these shots, and you'll see yourself in Chapter 11.
pretty much. You think Mia Yim knew that Keith was this gray? LOL by Will. Clout
Yeah.
Vampire, Chris Jericho. But yeah, man, that was AEW for you. Before we wrap this up, I want to let you guys know there will not be an All Honor today. Instead, it's going to happen tomorrow. Caden is going to be reviewing this week's episode of Ring of Honor, um, as a review. Okay, to give you guys a heads up. All right, I know the watch along. Some of y'all were expecting the watch along. But you're not getting that this week. Um, is Edge really gonna jump to AEW? Yeah, bro. When wet fish fly at night. Big Mike, any thoughts on that?
Yeah. When pigs fly, when cows bark, when roosters meow, when hell freezes over, when when Jonah cuts to 230 pounds.
When Jonah does a poison Rana on the off the apron. Put it that way.
When John Cena goes bald.
Completely. Completely. When Vince McMahon takes a sip of the fountain of youth.
When Vince
when
McMahon croaks.
when whoa, Mike, come on now, man. When Triple
Because
H
it's
grows his
never
hair back.
happening.
When Triple H grows his ponytail back again, that's when it'll happen, basically.
Right, when Triple H has 1997 Hunter Hearst Helmsley hair.
Lock. Yeah, those locks. Oh. Because WWE's talking about it.
On the island.
But I'm sure they'll talk about anything. They'll talk about anything when you think about it. All right, guys. About this time, guys, we're gonna wrap things up here. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven. All right. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Um, yeah, when Brock finally hits a shooting star press, absolutely. But in case you guys missed it as well, we were live yesterday with an Around the Point Extra. We talked about CM Punk wanting to come back to AEW. We did the Raw rundown on Tuesday. We gave our thoughts on Monday Night Raw. And also on Monday, we opened the kitchen for Steve's Kitchen as well. Talked about Sonata winning the IWGP World title from Kazuchika Okada at Sakura Genesis. We talked about Israel Adesanya becoming once again the UFC middleweight champion after beating Alex Pereira at UFC 287, and of course Mercedes Moné successfully defending her IWGP Women's title at Sakura Genesis. So, in case you guys missed these shows, you can catch these on the video archives of this channel. All right, Big Mike, let them know where can the fine folks check you out.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Detroit Gamer 313. Also here every single day on the Around the Point Network. And
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for Around the Point. Thinking 10 o'clock. That a good time, guys? 10 o'clock.
no, that's good for me.
That's good for that's good for you, Mike. And it's good for me too, man. 10 p.m. tomorrow, Around the Point, the flagship show, which will probably then lead into Around the Point Dark. So there's that as well, guys. But it's gonna be it for us. Also, want to thank Chase for tuning in. You guys can check him out on Twitter at Chase Oliver. I'm not sure there'll be a chilling with Chase this weekend, but we'll see. All right. But for myself, for Big Mike, for Chase, for the gang, this has been another episode of S.A.D, something about Dynamite here on the Around the Point Network. Good night, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Good day. And we are out of
You don't
here.
got
Thank
pins?
you. Fuck you. Bye.
Check the kitchen. There's a lot of pins in there.
That Cody shirt, right, Big Mike?
Yeah.